Alright, this section we're going to finish section 9.5, and it's going to be solving by factoring using difference of squares. So remember when we did our solving before with these quadratics, we had to set them equal to 0. No difference, it's got to be set equal to 0 in this situation also, except we're just going to be using equations that can be solved by using difference of squares. So I'll start out with some, again, some examples on these. Remember, it has to be in this format. X squared minus y squared. All right, that's can be factored to x minus y, x plus y. All right, it's got to still reuse this format. Remember, if we have a plus sign in here, that cannot be factored. All right, so I'm just going to do a couple examples here that you will see in your assignment. Let's say we have x squared minus 9 equals 0. So we're going to still solve for x. It already said equal to 0, so we don't have to worry about that. Solve this using difference of squares, because square root of 9 is 3. We factor to x minus 3, x plus 3 equals 0. So solve each one of these as if they do equal 0. X minus 3 equals 0. Second one, x plus 3 equals 0. When you solve this side x equals 3. This side here, x equals negative 3. So very, very simple on this. We'll start out simple and we'll work our way to a little more challenging. Alright, next type of example that you might see. We'll look at, say, 4x cubed equals 9x. Alright, it's not set equal to 0, so first of all, let's set that equal to 0. We'll subtract 9x. And you can see 9, you can already figure out that that's going to be a different square, same way with 4. So subtract 9x, and you end up with 4x cubed minus 9x equals 0. Before we start doing our factoring, we have some things, they both have x's in them, and so we could factor out an x in this situation. Factor an x out. Take an x out of this first part, and you end up with 4x squared. Take an x out, minus 9 equals 0. Now notice I have x times some stuff here equals 0. So that also means that just this individual x here could be equal to 0. This is our difference of squares. 4 and 9 are both perfect squares. And that would be square root of 4 is 2, square root of 9 is 3. So this inside can be factored. Don't forget your x. And you have 2x minus 3, 2x plus 3 equals 0. So they will continue to follow this pattern. So 3 possible things that are going to equal 0. X equals 0, 2x minus 3 equals 0, 2x plus 3 can equal 0. So solve those as if they're all 3 going to be equal to 0. Here's our first situation. That's the easiest. X equals 0. Because if this is 0, doesn't matter what these are come to, because if they're all 3 being multiplied, then the answer is going to be 0. So x could be equal to 0. Then the second situation, 2x minus 3 could be equal to 0. So add 3 to both sides. 2x equals positive 3. Divide by 2. X equals 3 halves. Alright. And you know this is just going to be a negative 3 halves. So 2x plus 3 equals 0. Subtract 3. So 2x equals negative 3. Divide by 2. X equals negative 3 halves. So 3 possibilities in this situation because we've got an extra x in there. So either x equals 0, 3/2, or negative 3/2. Thank you very much. That'll take care of your assignment on this.